I'm on my way up to Salmon Butte today. This is my second time hiking here. This is a kind of interesting trailhead because it's an old road, and as you can see, it's got quite a nice solid bridge here. Apparently this road was closed just 14 years ago, someone told me. So it's kind of interesting that this bridge would actually be a really nice camping site in terms of a camping pad for a nice level ground for a tent. Here is, this is one of the branches of Salmon Creek, the upper branches of it. As you can see, water flow is really low right now, but from the size of those logs, the flow must be really, I guess, really heavy in the wintertime. This is the old road bed here. As you can see, it's quite overgrown in just 14 years or so. Pretty amazing that this was a gravel road bed, but it's quite broad, so I guess it was a 2-lane gravel road. This is what the old road looks like. A broad, well, a narrow trail on a broad road bed. There's some big logs across the trail here and there. But other than that, it's a pretty nice trail. These trees are pretty amazing here. Probably, I don't know, well over 100 feet tall. That stump back there looks really pretty because there's a spot of sunlight shining down on it through the trees. It's pretty neat. Not sure how, maybe it might not look quite as nice on camera though. There's quite a fungus here that is just bursting out of the ground. Looks like it's just barely pushed up the soil now. I've been seeing a lot of these partially eaten pine cones. Something's been, looks like they chew off the, I don't know, the flakes of the pine cone and leave the core there. There's the other half of it here, I think, or maybe it's a different cone. Not quite sure. I definitely heard some picas in some parts of this hike, so that I don't know if picas would eat this, or maybe it's a squirrel. Now I'm arriving at the summit of Salmon Butte. The elevation here, I think, is about 4,800 feet, and I've climbed about 3,100 feet to get here, so it's a good climb. There's a lot of haze. This is looking south. Probably too hazy to see any of the other peaks, and there's definitely some wildfire smoke moving in here. So I chose this hike because they say the east side of Mount Hood today. There is Mount Hood in the distance. The east side is going to be smoky, so I thought I would avoid some of the smoke. Not sure if I've been successful or not. I can't really smell any smoke, but and I don't know, the sky's fairly blue looking up, but there's definitely some haze, so certainly some amount of smoke. So it is hazy enough up on top here that you can see Mount Hood, obviously, and there is one other peak over there that we can see, but if you watch my video from a few weeks ago, you can definitely see a lot more than you can see up here today. Looking to the south there, Mount Jefferson is over there, but I can't see it today. Very, well, smoky mountains. I think they call this grass bear grass, I guess because it looks a bit like the fur on a bear, maybe. Here's what looks like a different kind of fungus just starting to push up from the forest floor there. Kind of neat. It's still covered by dirt, but as it gets a little taller, I imagine it'll push out. Now here's another mushroom that has, it's a bit farther out from beneath the ground. It's pretty neat. The light here is amazing. I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but so green. And then the tall trees, of course. There's a nice pile of moldy bear poop on the trail. I don't remember seeing this pile when I came through maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I guess there have been some bears here. There are a lot of huckleberry bushes around here, so I suppose that must attract the bears. This is the main part of the Salmon River, just a few hundred yards below that other branch that I filmed earlier. I think that 2 branches join right here. That's why the flow is so much bigger here. I think there's another branch perhaps coming in behind that rock, or maybe it's, I don't know, looking at the map, I think they do join right around here. There's a view downstream.